What if I told you that you can change your reality right now in less than a minute, using a technology that already exists within you? This isn't an empty promise. It's a secret kept for millennia, revealed by Thoth, the wise man from ancient Egypt. He taught that you are not a physical body, but an antenna of energy. And at this very moment, you are transmitting a frequency that creates everything around you. Your money, your health, your relationships. The problem is that no one taught you how to control this transmission until now. In this video, I'm going to give you the exact key to instantly raise your vibration, not tomorrow, not next week. Now. It's a method so simple it seems impossible, but that ancient civilizations used to shape the very fabric of reality. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn in the next few minutes might be the most important thing you've ever heard. If you feel like you're ready to take control, comment below, "I am the creator." What we call matter is energy, whose vibration has been reduced so much that it becomes perceptible to the senses. There is no matter. Imagine a society so advanced that its understanding of energy and consciousness would make our current technology look like a child's toy. They didn't need cables or complex machines because they understood the very structure of reality. And at the heart of this civilization reigned a priest-king, a master of wisdom known as Thoth. Before a cataclysm swallowed his island beneath the ocean waves, Thoth took steps to ensure that universal knowledge would not be lost forever. He recorded it in an artifact of indescribable power, the legendary Emerald Tablets. Legend says they were not made of any stone found on Earth, but of a transmuted material, a green stellar substance that vibrates with its own consciousness. These tablets are not just a historical record. They are spiritual technology, a living software that contains the unchanging laws governing all of creation. One of these fundamental laws, the principle of vibration, is the foundation of everything. It states clearly and directly, nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. This is not a metaphor, it is a literal description of how the universe works. Thoth knew that everything, from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy, is a field of energy in constant motion. And more importantly, he knew that human consciousness had the power to interact with and influence this vibrational field, altering reality itself. After the fall of Atlantis, Thoth migrated to the land that would come to be known as Egypt. But he didn't just carry memories. He transported the very essence of that knowledge and encoded it in a way that could withstand the test of time. In the sacred geometry of the Great Pyramid of Giza, conventional history tells us the pyramid is a tomb, but esoteric teachings reveal a much deeper truth. It wasn't built to house the dead, it was built to elevate the living. It is a device, a massive cosmic resonator. Think of the pyramid as a giant musical instrument tuned to the frequencies of the universe and the earth. Its architecture, its inner chambers, its precise angles, none of it was accidental. Every detail was designed to amplify energy and create a specific vibrational field. A portal that would allow a trained initiate to raise their own consciousness to higher states. The pyramid was a machine for ascension, an amplifier for the power of the human mind, built above the legendary halls of Amenti, the underworld chambers where the mysteries of life and death were kept. What exactly did this device do? What was its true purpose? So powerful it had to be hidden in tons of stone, in plain sight, but understood by few. The secret was not in the structure itself, but in the knowledge it represented. The knowledge contained in the emerald tablets about how vibration creates matter. And what's most astonishing is that today, millennia later, our own scientists in their advanced laboratories are beginning to stumble upon the very same truths that Thoth encoded in stone. When magic becomes science. That ancient knowledge, which for centuries was called myth or magic, is now re-emerging under a new name: quantum physics. When our scientists finally managed to look inside the atom, expecting to find small solid particles, they were met with a surprise that shook the very foundations of science. They found nothing solid. At the heart of matter, there are no things, only energy, vortices of energy pulsing at specific frequencies, creating the illusion of solidity that we perceive with our five senses. The chair you're sitting on isn't solid. It's an energy field vibrating so fast that it appears real and dense. And this discovery isn't limited to the outer world. Your own thoughts and emotions are physical and energetic phenomena. Each thought is an electrical impulse traveling through your neurons, making them vibrate. This vibration generates an electromagnetic field that expands beyond your body, sending out waves of energy that interact with the universe. You are, quite literally, a human radio transmitter, and your feelings determine the frequency of the station you're tuning into and broadcasting every moment. This explains phenomena that classical science always considered anomalies or coincidences. Think about the concept of resonance. If you have two tuning forks tuned to the same note and strike one, the other, several feet away, will begin to vibrate in unison without any physical contact. The energy of one affects the other. Now apply that same principle to your life. You are constantly emitting a frequency, and the universe, by law, responds by bringing into your experience things that vibrate in resonance with you. Scientific experiments confirm this invisible connection in impressive ways. In a famous study, Russian scientists monitored the brainwaves of a mother rabbit while isolating her in a submarine at the bottom of the ocean. Thousands of kilometers away, in a lab, her babies were threatened at random times. At the exact moment each baby was in danger, the mother's brainwaves spiked, showing an instant connection that defies space and time. There was no logical explanation, only the evidence of a field that connects us all. In another study, a group of basketball players was divided. One group physically practiced free throws every day. The other group didn't touch a ball. They simply sat in a chair and visualized with all the details and feelings. The perfect shot, the ball going through the hoop. The result? The group that only trained mentally improved their performance almost as much as the group that trained physically. They weren't just thinking positively. They were reprogramming their brains and muscles, aligning their vibration with success before it even happened. These discoveries prove without a shadow of a doubt that you are a transmitter of reality far more powerful than you were ever taught to believe. Your consciousness is not a passive passenger. It is an active participant in the creation of your world. But this raises a crucial and uncomfortable question. If we are so powerful, why does life for so many people seem like a string of random and unwanted events? Why do we attract hardship, lack, and pain? The answer lies in a simple but profound magnetic principle that governs our entire existence. Now that you understand you are a vibrational transmission tower, The next step is to understand how this transmission works in practice. Imagine you are a human magnet, but instead of attracting metal, you attract experiences. Every second, you emit an energetic signature, an invisible field that is the sum total of your habitual thoughts, your deepest beliefs, and above all, your dominant feelings. It is this field, your personal vibration, that acts as a powerful magnet, drawing into your life people, circumstances, and events that are in perfect vibrational harmony with it. This works relentlessly and impersonally, like the law of gravity. The universe doesn't judge whether your vibration is good or bad. It simply responds. If your dominant energy is frustration, fear of lack, or resentment, the universe has no choice but to orchestrate a reality that mirrors that frequency. You'll find more reasons to feel frustrated, your bank account will reflect scarcity, and your relationships will bring more conflict. It's not a punishment, it's just the law of resonance in action. On the other hand, if your internal vibration is one of genuine joy, deep gratitude, and a sense of abundance, the outer reality reorganizes itself to match that melody. Opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere, the right people show up at the right time, and a flow of well-being begins to fill every area of your life. You're not just getting lucky, you're simply tuned into the frequency of luck, and the universe is responding to your broadcast, delivering more of what matches it. That's why brute effort, constant struggle, often leads to more struggle. You can work 18 hours a day, push yourself to exhaustion, but if the frequency you're emitting is life is a battle and it's hard to get what I want, you'll only attract more battles and more difficulty. Action is important, but action taken from a misaligned vibration is like trying to row against a strong current. You burn enormous energy just to move a little, or even go backwards. You are not a victim of the circumstances around you. You are the epicenter of them. The power isn't in trying to forcefully change the outside world. The real power lies in changing the signal you're sending from within. The great question in life is not, how can I fix my problems? The real question is, how can I change my vibration so these problems no longer resonate with me? The answer to that isn't some modern secret. Thoth and the Hermetic Masters already left us a clear map, based on two cosmic principles that are the foundation of all creation. These principles aren't just philosophical ideas. They are the operational laws of the universe. They explain exactly how your inner world becomes your outer world. Understanding these two laws is like receiving the instruction manual for your own mind and the reality it projects. And when you understand these rules, you stop playing the game of life in the dark and start playing with the lights on, knowing exactly how every move you make influences the final outcome. The mirror of reality and the mind that creates it all. To finally take control of your vibrational signal, we need to dive into two of the deepest laws of Hermetic wisdom. The first, and most fundamental, is the principle of mentalism. It states categorically, the all is mind, the universe is mental. What does this really mean? It means that the universe we live in is not a meaningless material machine. It is the manifestation of an infinite consciousness, a universal mind. And your individual mind is not separate from it. You are a center of consciousness within that greater mind, possessing on your own scale the same creative power. The second law, which functions as a reflection of the first, is the principle of correspondence. Its formula is one of the most famous in esotericism. As above, so below, as within, so without. This law tells us that there is harmony among all levels of existence. But for our practical purpose, the most crucial part is, as within, so without. Your external world, your physical reality, your life experiences, all of it is a perfect and infallible mirror of your inner world. What you cultivate in your thoughts and feelings projects outward as the movie of your life. When you combine these two laws, an explosive truth is revealed. To change anything in your life, you must first change your mind. Trying to change the reflection in the mirror without changing the object that's being reflected is useless and frustrating. Your habitual thoughts and feelings, the ones running in loops in the background of your consciousness, are the blueprint, the floor plan that the universe uses to build your reality. Your mission, therefore, is not to fight the outer world, but to align your inner universe with the reality you wish to manifest. This is where the power of the subconscious mind comes into play. Your conscious mind may have a desire, but it's the subconscious mind that operates 95% of the time and holds the beliefs and programs that truly dictate your vibration. The good news is that the subconscious doesn't distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you repeat a thought or feeling with enough frequency and intensity, it becomes embedded in the subconscious and becomes part of your programming. This new program becomes your dominant vibration, establishing a new resonance that begins to attract similar energies from the universe. But how do you do this in a practical and deliberate way? How do you take a simple desire, a vague idea of a better life, and turn it into a vibration so powerful and consistent that the universe has no choice but to respond to it? How do you bridge the gap between intention and manifestation? The first step in this process is a key, a tool that most people ignore or use so carelessly that their desires get lost like a whisper in the middle of a storm. It's because of this negligence that most dreams never leave the page. This first key is the starting point of all conscious creation. Without it, the rest of the process loses its strength and direction. It's like trying to shoot an arrow without first aiming at a target. You might have the best arrow and the most powerful bow, but without a clear target, your energy is wasted, and the arrow will fall wherever. Mastering this first step is what separates those who wait for life to happen from those who make life happen. The first practical tool that Thoth's wisdom offers us to command our reality is absolute clarity. Most people go through life in a fog of vague and contradictory desires. In one moment, they want to be rich, but they don't define what that actually means. The next moment, the fear of the responsibility that wealth brings makes them vibrate with a preference for the safety of their comfort zone. This ambiguity sends mixed signals to the universe. It's like trying to tune a radio station by spinning the dial back and forth frantically. The result is only static, a vibrational noise that neutralizes any possibility of clear manifestation. The universe doesn't respond to need or vague desire. It responds to precision. Being vague is asking for vague results. Wanting to be happy is not an intention, it's an abstract feeling. What, specifically, would make you happy? What does a day in your ideal life look like? Who are you with? What are you doing? Without this specificity, the universe has no clear blueprint to build from. Any small moment of joy might be interpreted as a response, but the lingering sense of dissatisfaction keeps your overall vibration in the frequency of lack. ensuring you keep receiving more of the same. So your first task is to act as the architect of your own life. Take some time, sit in silence, and define with crystal precision what you truly want to be, do, and have. Don't be afraid to be detailed. Write it down. Create a script for your new reality. How much money do you want to have in your bank account? What's the exact amount? What does your dream home look like? Describe every room. What is the relationship you desire like? Detail the qualities of the person and how you interact. This act of writing and detailing is not a waste of time. It is an act of creation. A clear and focused intention works like a laser beam, while a vague desire is like the light from a regular bulb, spreading in all directions with little power. A precise intention concentrates all your creative energy on a single point, giving it the power to cut through the fog of uncertainty and doubt. By defining your target clearly, you create a direct channel to the quantum field, the field of all possibilities, and give it an unmistakable instruction about what you have chosen to manifest. This conscious act of definition is what transforms a fuzzy dream into an architectural blueprint ready to be built. You are giving the universe the exact floor plan of your new reality. It is the first and most crucial step to tell the universal energy field, "This is what I choose. This is where my energy is directed." Once the blueprint is clear and the order has been given, you've set the destination. But a blueprint, no matter how perfect and detailed, remains only on paper if it doesn't have the energy to start the construction. Clear intention opens the portals of manifestation, but it needs fuel, a powerful driving force to move through those portals and bring the blueprint from the invisible realm into your physical reality. And the way to generate that energy is the secret that turns passive dreamers into active, conscious creators of their own lives. The secret of Thoth, the technology to instantly change reality. Here we arrive at the heart of the process, the revelation that Thoth and the masters of wisdom reserved for those who were ready to understand. Having a clear intention is fundamental, but it's not enough. Now you need to use the most advanced and powerful technology in the universe, a technology you already possess. Your creative imagination combined with the power of your heart, your emotion. These are the second and third keys, and they are inseparable, working in synergy to exponentially amplify your creative power. First, visualization. This is not just fantasy or daydreaming, it's a deliberate mental rehearsal. When you close your eyes and create a vivid and detailed image of yourself already living your desired reality, your brain and nervous system cannot tell the difference between what is a real experience and what is an intensely imagined one. Your brain releases the same neurotransmitters. Your body produces the same feelings. You are literally teaching your cells what your new future feels like. Practice seeing yourself through your own eyes, in first person, already having achieved your goal. Don't see yourself as if you're watching a movie. Be inside the movie. Feel the steering wheel of your new car in your hands. Smell the aroma of coffee in the kitchen of your dream home. Hear the voice of your loved one beside you. The more sensory detail you add, the more real the experience becomes for your subconscious, and the faster it accepts this new reality as fact. But visualization alone is like a movie without sound or color. It's the third key, emotion, that brings life and power to the image. This is where most people fail. They think about what they want, but keep feeling the lack of it. You can't try to manifest abundance while feeling poor. You must feel the emotion of your desire already fulfilled. Feel the joy, the overwhelming gratitude, the deep relief, the freedom, and the peace of already living your dream. Emotion is energy in motion. It is the fuel for the rocket of manifestation. Remember the basketball players. They didn't just see the ball going through the hoop. They felt the texture of the ball in their hands, heard the familiar sound of the net, felt the thrill of scoring and the crowd's cheer. It's that powerful combination of a clear image in the mind, visualization, with an elevated feeling in the heart, emotion, that completes the vibrational circuit. This union sends the strongest and most coherent signal possible to the universe, instructing energy to organize itself around your new reality. This is the great secret. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are vibrationally. By feeling the emotion of your desire as if it were already real, you become the vibration of that thing. You collapse time and space, bringing the energy of the future into your present moment. Practicing this, even for just 5 or 10 minutes a day, can instantly change your frequency, realigning your entire energetic field. However, even if you master this technique perfectly, there is a subtle and silent trap that can sabotage the entire process at the very last moment. You did everything right. You defined your intention with diamond clarity. You visualized your new reality with all its details and colors. You immersed yourself in the emotion of your fulfilled desire, feeling the joy and gratitude as if it were already a done deal. Your vibration is sky high. You feel powerful, connected. But then you open your eyes and the world around you looks exactly the same. The bank account still shows the same number. The health issue is still there. The relationship hasn't shown up. And it is at this exact moment that the trap is set. This is where most people unconsciously hit the cancel button. A subtle but persistent voice begins to whisper in the back of the mind. This is nonsense. It's not working. Who am I trying to fool? This is too good to be true for me. I've tried this before and it didn't work. Each one of these thoughts is a dose of poison for your manifestation. Each doubt is a counter-vibration, a cancellation signal you send to the universe, neutralizing the powerful energy you just generated. The fourth key, and perhaps the hardest to master, is unwavering faith. And we're not talking about passive hope or blind optimism. We're talking about a deep, calm trust in the process. It's the inner certainty that once the seed of your intention has been planted in the fertile soil of the subconscious and watered with elevated emotion, it will germinate. It's knowing, without needing to see, that the gears of the universe have already begun to turn in your favor, even if physical reality hasn't yet caught up to the new frequency. Lack of action is one of the biggest symptoms of a lack of faith. Think about it. If you knew with 100% certainty that you were going to win the lottery next week, would you hesitate to buy the ticket? If you had absolute certainty that your new business would be a massive success, would you procrastinate making that important call or building your website? Often, inaction isn't laziness, it's a direct reflection of your disbelief. You don't act because deep down you don't believe it's possible. Cultivating faith is a conscious choice. It's choosing to trust in the unseen more than in the appearances of the physical world. It's holding the vibration of your fulfilled desire, even when external circumstances seem to scream the opposite. It's walking and talking like the person you want to become, even before there's tangible proof. It's aligning your actions with your new belief. This attitude of confidence sends a powerful message that you're serious about your request and ready to receive it. However, even with rock-solid faith, there is one final step. A final attitude that seems paradoxical but is essential to integrating the whole process. It's a fine-tuning adjustment that allows the magic of manifestation to happen smoothly and often surprisingly. Without this final piece of the puzzle, the very strength of your faith can ironically turn into pressure that blocks the flow of creation. The final key, the paradox of letting go to receive. After you've defined your intention with clarity, energized it with visualization and emotion, and supported it with unwavering faith, you must take the most counterintuitive and at the same time most liberating step of all. You must let go. The fifth and final key is conscious detachment. It's the art of handing your desire over to the universe, trusting that it knows the fastest and most efficient way to bring it to you. Obsessing over the outcome, the neurotic need to control how and when things will happen, is poison to your vibration. This need for control creates stress, anxiety, impatience, and frustration. And what are the frequencies of these emotions? They are all low and dense vibrations. By holding on to them, you ironically move away from the high frequency of your desire, creating the opposite effect of what you intend. You repel what you want the most simply because you're holding on too tightly. It's like trying to catch a fish with your bare hands. The tighter you squeeze, the easier it slips through your fingers. Think of the process like placing an order at a restaurant you trust. You choose your dish from the menu, set the intention, place the order with the waiter, send the request to the universe, and trust that the chef in the kitchen knows how to prepare it. Faith. What do you do next? You relax, chat with your friends, enjoy your drink. Detachment. You don't rush to the kitchen every 2 minutes, yelling at the chef, asking if he's using the right spices or when the dish will be ready. Doing that would only disrupt the process and irritate the chef. Do your part, which is to keep your vibration aligned and elevated, and then allow the universe, the great cosmic chef, to orchestrate the details of delivery. It can see the full picture, the infinite connections and possibilities that you cannot see. The how is not your job. Your only task is to remain in a state of receptivity and trust. Detachment is not indifference. It is the highest form of trust. It is knowing that what is yours will come to you in divine timing and in the most perfect way. To stay in this elevated state of trust during the waiting phase, incorporate simple and instant practices into your daily life. Begin and end each day by listing 3 things you're genuinely grateful for. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrations there is. Listen to music in solfeggio. Frequencies like 432 Hz or 528 Hz, known for their healing and energetic balancing properties. Move your body, dance, walk in nature to release blocks and let energy flow freely. By letting go of control over the outcome, you create an open space for the universe to fill with synchronicities, unexpected opportunities, and miracles. You allow it to surprise you in ways your limited mind could never have planned. This act of letting go is the final integration of all the keys, the seal that completes the alchemical process. And it is from here that practice becomes a state of being, taking you to the peak of the journey. We've reached the top of the mountain. the point where all the keys merge into one tool and the practice stops being something you do and becomes something you are. True transformation isn't about learning a technique to get things. It's about remembering who you truly are at your core, a fragment of universal consciousness, a creator being with the innate power to shape reality. The alchemical journey is the daily application of these keys, not as a heavy task, but as a natural expression of your awakened self. True mastery isn't in manifesting a new car, a bigger house, or more money in your account, although all of that can and will happen as a natural side effect of your alignment. True mastery is consciously and deliberately becoming the vibration of love, joy, peace, and abundance. It's understanding that your state of being is your greatest creation, and that from that state, everything that resonates with it will flow into your life naturally and effortlessly. Thoth's final message, which echoes through the corridors of time, is simple and profound. The power you seek was never outside of you. It has always been within you, asleep, waiting for the moment when you'd be ready to claim it. Instant vibrational elevation is not a magic trick or a complicated secret. It is a conscious choice. The choice, in every moment, to shift your focus away from what's wrong and toward what you want to create. The choice to feel gratitude now, instead of waiting for a reason to be grateful. The tools have been delivered. The path has been illuminated. The map to your own divinity is in your hands. Now the journey is yours to live. You no longer need to be a passive spectator, swept along by the currents of circumstance. You can take the wheel, feel the direction of the wind, and consciously sail toward the horizon of your boldest dreams. This is not the end of a lesson, but the true beginning of your life as a conscious creator. Remember that each day is a new blank page. Each moment is an opportunity to choose your vibration. You can choose the frequency of fear, doubt, and scarcity. That's the default programming of our society. Or you can intentionally choose the frequency of love, trust, and freedom. The choice has always been and always will be yours. You are no longer a prisoner of reality. You are its master. You are the conductor of your own universal symphony. The orchestra is ready, the instruments are tuned, and the audience of the universe waits in silence. Take your baton, feel the music that lives in your soul, and begin to conduct. The melody of your life is waiting to be played, and it could become the most magnificent masterpiece the cosmos has ever heard. The journey begins now. If you've made it this far, it means you're no longer operating on autopilot. You've felt the call. To seal this new awareness, leave your mark in the comments with the phrase, "My vibration is my choice." Your presence until the end of this video is already an immense help to the channel. And if this message resonated with you, sharing it with someone could transform their day. And if you feel in your heart the desire to support our work more directly, so we can keep sharing content like this, there's a contribution link in the first pinned comment. Any support is very important to me and to the growth of the channel, and I'm deeply grateful for it. But don't leave just yet. Your journey of transformation is only beginning. I've picked a special video for you to take the next step, a piece of content that will take what we talked about here even deeper. Click on the video appearing on the screen now, and I'll meet you there.